Hello again, everybody. This is a video I didn't think I'd have to make, but there has been some follow-up, both questions and drama, as a result of our previous video. So I'm just going to try and explain that here for those who have been involved, those who haven't been involved, those who are affected, those who are not. I just want to make it very clear and transparent, because we have been very clear and transparent since the start of the year, and there's some possible controversy brewing from this. So first and foremost, the Mega Tournament fundraiser is closed. We paid it out. We've had a Discord meeting. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened with it. None of that's particularly important. One of the issues raised here is that there's the accusation that we closed this tournament just shy of the next tier of rewards on purpose so that we wouldn't have to help players who stayed in the house with their rent. I was looking very much forward to doing this. We had budgeted this gap between 10,000 and 3,000, specifically thinking 3,000 would cover a majority of the rent share to give players a little bit of rent assistance throughout the year. We also thought we were going to hit this goal much sooner, but there's a couple things to be put with this. First and foremost, nowhere in this does it say that this would be a retroactive thing. I always assumed, and so did Zombie Grub, that this would be once we hit this goal, we would put the money going forward towards helping offset cost of rent in the house. But even if that's not the case, let's assume this was something retroactive. It doesn't matter, because we didn't reach this goal, and none of this was done maliciously. As of today, on October 16th, we've just concluded Season 10, Round 3 of the Corsair Cup. I'm using this for a time frame reference because one season of the Corsair Cup equates to 1 month. And the accusation that goes hand in hand with this is we closed this tournament fundraiser 2 months early, and if we had left it up for 2 more months, we could have easily hit this goal and paid the players. Well, I'm going to show you some timeline stuff here as we go through this list of donations. We scroll all the way down here to Corsair Cup, Season 8, Round 3, Mega Tax. This is exactly 2 months ago. As we scroll up through this, you guys will notice barely a couple $100 have been raised despite our efforts through mega tax initiatives and constantly promoting this on stream. This trend actually continues down here too. The only exception is when we had a couple of things happen during the summer for promotions through DreamHack and whoever this incredibly generous person is. But the trend is there's not really a lot of hype left for the tournament at this point. We pushed it all year, and we had it in the Twitch page, and anyways, none of that matters. The point is, here's 2 months ago, and the markup is a couple $100, not a couple $1,000. The big substantial number is at the top, Maturino, $500. They threw this in as we closed the tournament fundraiser because they owed us money for an event that we said, you know what, let's see if we can make this hit that number. Obviously, we still didn't hit that number. But regardless of this, we didn't hit 13,000, and it has nothing malicious. It just has to do with the fact that there was the timing of Zombie Grub and myself announcing that we'd be somewhat splitting ways, and the fact that this just had no momentum to it at all. The argument could be made, but Rifkin, a lot of tournaments get their big fundraiser kicks in the last leg of the tournament, and again, with 2 months to go, you could have announced this and cut it shy. Well, maybe that's a possibility here, and I can see that there's a possibility we raised another $2,000. Just looking at the trends for the tournament, that doesn't seem to be the case. Even when we scroll all the way back to the beginning when we started this, I mean, this from here to approximately, I think it was here, yeah, the holidays. This was the entire month of November and December. There just really isn't much going on here, so logically it didn't make sense to keep it open. That being said, once we announced that this would possibly be coming, we put out several announcements, questions, and tweets. First, it started on September 28th, so about nearly a month ago, not quite, half a month ago, asking if people could attend a Discord meeting with very important information regarding the Mega Tournament fundraiser. So everybody and anybody who had any investment in this or any concern about the results or how this would affect them could attend. Once we had a date voted on as a majority through the poll, we announced it. Not just here. We also announced it on the day of, and we also announced it September 30th on Facebook. And there's many different instances of broadcasts where we announced this too. I'm not going to go dig up every single Twitch broadcast we've done because I'd have to go through every single timestamp, but we had announced this almost every single day for a week leading up to this, and then the week of, we had the meeting, and a lot of people attended this meeting. But I would like to just put on the record, not a single player, participant, or representative who stayed at the BaseTradeTV team house from the year came to voice their opinions. And at the meeting, one of the big points of discussion we had that anyone who attended can verify, I put up an option suggesting we still use some of the money to pay the players. This was turned down almost unanimously. I know I used unanimously wrong in the other video, but this time I'm not. Nobody was interested in that idea. I proposed it, I tried to suggest it, I tried to fight for it. Not a single person was interested. So we scrapped this idea and went with more. Furthermore, and this is some behind the scenes information, there was some understanding that there'd be $30,000 for this tournament. Well, $30,000 comes down here if we meet this stretch goal. And how we met this stretch goal, somebody, a company that I cannot disclose publicly, was going to match this $30,000. Again, we did not meet the $30,000 goal. The money that we are currently using for the BaseTradeTV team house in Korea, the $30,000 down payment plus the additional $10,000 we paid in taxes, came out of my pocket and out of my bank account. As in, not BaseTradeTV Incorporated's, out of Rifkin's, Graham Rogers. I put that money there for a passion project in hopes of doing cool things with cool people. Over the course of the year, this obviously didn't play out the way I wanted it to, and that's okay. I was still okay with the way the house went. I'm not okay, though, with insinuations that we've been trying to steal money or cheat people out of money or anything like that. We put our heart and soul into this, and it fell flat as a failure. That alone is already hard to deal with. Complicated with the fact that there's people demanding money when there's no money to be had, it hurts. It really hurts. So again, if you're one of the people affected by this and you're listening to this, there's no malicious intent here. This project failed, and it's a sad reality we all have to face. If you're looking for money from this, there's none to be had. And this has nothing to do with me being cheap. We just literally don't have the money for it. And all the people who attended, who did put money into this event, the Discord meeting where we discussed this, had no interest in supporting this particular reward. Instead, they wanted an online tournament. They wanted an online tournament with good people, and that's what we're going to make happen. So I'm sorry if this is conflicting to anyone's point of view or desires or goals, but there's been weeks now where this could have been voiced. It's a bit late now. So take care. Hopefully that clears everything up. Again, if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to openly answer anything. There's nothing to hide here, as we've been very transparent and clear about this all year. So if you've heard anything otherwise, if you've been promised anything otherwise, you should consider taking it up with the person who made fake promises or false guarantees, because we did not. Thank you. Goodbye.